As we all know, the Miami Heat are selecting with pick 20 in this upcoming draft, which is in 5 days, okay? 5 days, Heat fans, get happy. This draft, although we have pick 20 when we could have had pick 1 if we missed the playoffs because the coin flip that ultimately the Dallas Mavericks won against the Chicago Bulls ended up in the first overall pick. So if we missed the playoffs, we would have had the first overall pick. We can't dwell on that, okay? Because this draft is very, very, very stacked. I think this draft has hitters until the second round, for being completely honest, right? So I'm going to talk about my 3 favorite prospects, and I will be kind of disappointed if we don't draft any of them, but they all have their catches. Okay, first off, Ben Sahaf or Ben Seraph. He's projected to go around pick 23. Um, I'm going to pull up his stats right here. Okay, you're going to see 3-point percentage, 30%. All right, free throw percentage, 75%, which is lackluster. It leaves a lot to be desired. It does, but Ben Sahaf, he's a great playmaker. Those 4.2 assists to 2.7 turnovers isn't necessarily the greatest ratio, but he was a great playmaker. He can score inside the arc without ease. That mid-range jumper is very reminiscent to this man. Okay, they play very, very similar. As a Heat fan, love Goran Dragic, loved him in the bubble, loved him before that, loved him before Jimmy, loved him after Jimmy. We unfortunately dealt him for Kyle Lowry, which worked well, didn't it, man? I think he can score inside the arc. His pick and roll execution is great. As you guys know, if you watch any Miami Heat games, you can sub in for 2 minutes and be like, damn, they need to start running some pick and rolls, or damn, they need to execute on the pick and rolls. So he would come in and he would be amazing for us. He would be amazing for us. So I'm going to compare him. I'm going to compare him to Goran Dragic, and this next one will shock you. Luka Doncic. Okay. Okay. A shorter, more athletic Luka Doncic, okay? Because his weaknesses, Ben Saff's, are he's undersized. So when you see an undersized point guard, you don't think of Luka Doncic, but he's not fast or explosive, and his defense is bad, and his efficiency leaves a lot to be desired. So those are his weaknesses, Ben Saff's or Ben Seraph. So I'm going to call him Ben Saff, but I might be pronouncing it completely wrong. Bad defense, Luka Doncic, all right? And they both wear number 77, okay? That's not why I'm comparing them, but it is they have the same offensive game. Like, I think inside the arc, I feel like he can score just like Goran Dragic with that pull-up mid-range jumper, very reminiscent to Goran Dragic. But his step back, his playmaking specifically, it's like he went on 2K and bought the Luka Doncic pass animations and the Luka Doncic moving step back and the Luka Doncic moving crossover. You could tell, like, Ben Saaf, the weaknesses I said, defense, efficiency. He's undersized. He's not athletic. You hear those and you're like, why the hell would I want him on my team? Because he has potential to have elite shot making as to the tier of Luka Doncic or the impact and playmaking of Goran Dragic. So I don't think we can go wrong with that at pick 20. And we need a point guard desperately. Desperately need a point guard. Next up, we have Rasheer Fleming, who I love. I love Rasheer Fleming so much, dude. Like, Rasheer Fleming, I'm going to first compare him to, oh, no, these are his stats. Whoa, 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 whoa. His stats, sorry. I'm not going to get into player comparisons yet. You look at his stats, 15 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 53% shooting, 40% from 3, 74 from the line, sorry, excuse me. He's good. He's good. His build is great. He's like 6'9" with a 7'4" wingspan. Like, that's literally my 2K build is a 6'9" small forward with a 7'4" wingspan. That is literally Rasheer Fleming. And my build is literally Rasheer Fleming build. He'll block shots. He'll block shots with the best of them, dude. Help side, especially help side. But he comes in with defense from, like, one-on-one defense. He can guard the 1 through 4 with ease, dude. With ease, he's guarding the 1 through 4. He can spot up shoot, right? He's a good lob threat, not the best like moving inside, not the best at getting to the rim necessarily, because his biggest weakness is by far shot creation. All right, he's a terrible shot creator. It reminds me a lot of when Jimmy Butler came into the league, and it was just, he couldn't play because he couldn't create a shot. He only got minutes because of his defense. His playmaking, obviously not good, 1.3 assists. It's not that his assist numbers are bad. If you watch games, he's not making the right reads necessarily all the time, and he has a negative assist to turnover ratio, which is not good. And he had a bad shooting slump in the A10 tournament, which leaves me worried about his three-point percentage, or it's not his three-point percentage, but his three-point shooting upside, is what a lot of people are saying. And he's projected to go anywhere from pick 14 to pick 20. I personally am going to compare him to my favorite Heat role player of all time, Derrick Jones Jr. I'm going to compare him to Derrick Jones Jr., but Derrick Jones Jr. if he took crack, okay? Because they are literally basically identical. Literally basically identical. Or OG Anunoby, which is the better comparison. I'm also seeing Obi Toppin comparisons, but I don't really see that as much as I think Obi Toppin's the best comparison. Or not Obi Toppin, I think OG Anunoby is the best comparison, but I'm comparing him to DJJ because I watched a lot of Rasheer Fleming. I've watched a lot of DJJ as a Heat fan, a lot of DJJ. Root for him everywhere he goes. Sorry if I just fucked with my mic right there and it made a weird noise. Yeah, DJJ is my personal comparison to him. Next up, we have Noah Esengwe. Noah Esengwe, a lot of people don't like, okay, because people see the Hornets selecting Tajon Salon at pick, was it 7, and that bit them in the ass because they are both raw. They are both raw. But Noah Esengwe is projected to go anywhere from pick 10 to pick 25 was the lowest I've seen him. The earliest was pick 10. And I want to note that he only played 13 minutes in their last game because his coach just completely lost faith in him. Like his coach was just tired of Noah. I don't get it. His strengths is he has a great frame. Okay, he is a 6'10 small forward with a 6'11 wingspan. Can you even fathom that height? Dude, tall time. Listen to me right now. Tall time Miami Heat. We were happy when we had Khalil Ware, Bam Adebayo, and Nikola Jovic playing. Imagine a starting lineup of Nico at the 1, Hero at no. Yeah, Nico at the 1, Hero at the 2, Noah Esengwe at the 3, Bam at the 4, and Ware at the 5. Dude, the length on that team it's fucking scary, dude. It's fucking scary. He has a great wingspan, great build. Obviously not strong, not a big guy, but not big guy meaning muscles, but he has a great defensive game. Like, dude, he can guard the 1 through 10, probably not 1 through 1 through 10. He can guard the 10 on the other team. What the fuck am I talking about? He can guard the 1 through 5. He has a great defensive playmaking ability, which reminds me who I'm going to compare him to, right? Not here. God, I fucking edited this thing completely wrong. I've done that twice now. Here's the stats. 10 points, 5 boards, good defense, obviously, good assist. Can't shoot the 3, but it's good from the field. Okay, let's redo that. What was I saying? Great defensive playmaker, which makes me lead to this comparison right here. A lot of Heat fans do not like Justice Winslow, whatever. I never gave up on him. Okay, a lot of people gave up on him instantly in the NBA when he was like our starting center in the playoffs, and then he got fucking hurt and then missed a lot of time. A lot of people gave up on him, but I never did. He's one of my favorite Heat role players of all time. I love him. And you guys got to take into account when I'm talking about my favorite Heat role players of all time. Sorry if I fucked my mic again. I started watching 2013, so I didn't get to experience like Shaq or Alonzo Mourning, right? Not saying they're role players, but you get it. Like those teams, Jason Williams. I didn't get to experience that, so I was left with Justice Winslow. I always call him Justice Winslow, who was picked over Devin Booker. But yeah, Noah Esengwe is also a great finisher at the rim, which Justice was not. Noah's biggest weakness is his offensive game is raw. It is raw, dude. Like he leaves a lot to be desired offensively. He's not physical, and he definitely needs a better jump shot. Okay, like let's go back to his stats here. Let's go back to his stats here. 27% from 3. That's worse than Ben Hoffman, Sarah. 70% from the line, and he is not a good shooter. He is not. Most of his points come inside the rim, and like kind of like Jimmy Butler, but in the Heat fan terms, those interceptions you always get, those pass lane steals you always get, and then just run the court. It's kind of what Noah Esengwe is. But yeah, Justice Winslow is a good comparison, and the next comparison might be a tad bit delusional, but Scottie Pippen. Okay, you hear me? Okay, this is not my comparison. This is a lot of people on Google, so don't flame me for this. Personally, I don't really see it. Both have good frames, but I don't think Noah Esengwe is ever going to have the shot making ability of Scottie Pippen because, or the decision making. But the defense is definitely there. The rim finishing is definitely there. The frame is definitely there. But that's about it. He's not nearly as physical as Scottie Pippen, or anything related to Scottie Pippen at all, really. And Noah Esengwe leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to decision making, which you might be like, why do you compare him to Justice Winslow when he was kind of a good playmaker? Because his defensive playmaking is good, right? He gets steals, he sets up the offense. His decision making, meaning his shot IQ, really, and just making dumb knuckleheaded plays like a Terry Rozier step back three. So yeah, those are my 3 prospects I want on the team. This is kind of a quicker, shorter video. You know, this is the 3rd video I filmed back to back to back on the Miami Heat. I'm trying to pump out these videos. Shout out to Anthony DiNardo. He did great in-depth draft analysis videos on these guys. And my main account was actually shouted out in the video about Ben Surf. So I fucking love that. Anthony DiNardo is the main reason I'm making Miami Heat videos, basketball videos, you know. Shout out to him. Great underrated YouTuber. Definitely could be at the tier of like Kenny Beecham at one point in time. Like I feel like he could be that tier because he's smart when it comes to basketball. Me and him agreed on a lot when it comes to basketball. I'm saying that like I know him, but his takes, like back when Jimmy Butler was on the chopping block, people are like, do we trade Jimmy Butler now or what? And he was like, no, I think we should build around Jimmy Butler because players like Jimmy Butler are very rare to come across. And look where we're at now. We needed a player like Jimmy Butler. So yeah, that's enough ranting. I always ramble on at the end of my videos about unrelated shit. So like and subscribe if you like the content. If not, just leave a comment telling me how bad it is because I need it to boost the algorithm. And hopefully you didn't see this X right here because I'm not editing my videos in Google Slides. I promise. Okay, goodbye.